That was a win. There was a rising error count and a few completions we would be happy with.
Yeah, it's pretty poor in the second half, especially. Thought we didn't execute well at the start of the game, especially down their end. Sort of, I think carried over from last week, and then probably got worse in the second half. I'd say there's some very different sort of performances from us today. Thought. Obviously defensively held us in there, try off another attacking error to go the 90 metres, and then the grubber kick at the end where we didn't sort of get rid of it through Rog. Rather than that, we held our breath through the D, and then we just couldn't execute well enough. It just wasn't good enough from us.
Sort of short turnaround a little bit for the team?
No, I don't think so. It's hard. I didn't think we were fresh today, but sometimes you see that in defence or in yardage carries where I thought we did well in those areas. It was when we actually probably had the energy, when we should have stamped our authority, that we just didn't.
How do you feel after a loss like that? I mean, a win like that. Are you just happy that you got there in the end and you got the 2 points, or are you a bit disappointed with the execution?
Oh, I guess you jump in and out of a couple of things. Like you always want to celebrate a win. It's one thing that it's hard to get 2 points. So you want to make sure that you don't dwell overly and on sort of the poorness of some of the areas. So you've got to celebrate the win, and then you've got to make sure you go and fix them up. Some guys have got to pat themselves on the back for winning a game, and then face some reality about some of the things that weren't good.
Janko busted the game open a few minutes before half-time. How did you see his performance?
Very good. Thought nearly all his touches were very important for us. Thought he created a lot of space and a lot of speed there, and he did a really good role. I thought he had some really good defence on the edge there, forced the line drop out, threw some pressure at the end there as well. So I thought his balance of his game was very good.
How important was it for him to put in a performance like that?
Look, he wasn't, we weren't going to go either way whether he had a good or a bad performance today, but I think it's more personal for him. He wanted to go out there and play well for the team that he missed last week, and then also the Warriors game. A lot of the guys that spoke about Origin, that they wanted to come back and play for the guys that played during that game as well. And Jenko did that tonight and put some good runs on the board for following Wednesday night.
How's he been? How was he this week in the lead up to the game?
Yeah, he's been fine actually.
Yeah, I think it was all done and dusted after. We sort of talked about it the day after, and Janko did his thing, and he proved today that it was sort of done and dusted last week, and he got on with business. So it was all good.
It seems like Laurie will pick him for Origin. I mean, that's what you said from the start. Are you happy with that? I mean, to be fairly emphatic about that early on about punishment and fitting crime.
Yeah, I think missing a game and the fine was significant and right. So I think that, and in the end, as Laurie said, there is still, the case hasn't been answered yet. I know that can be different depending on an incident. I know that it can range there, that sometimes you do need to stand guys down for a long period of time depending on what the incident is, but this is so far from that. So I think it was right, and move on, and Jenko may have to face some music next week, or in the next couple of days with the Origin guys, and then go and play for New South Wales.
Do you think he'll be comfortable with that? Like, obviously going into Origin and having that, bit more pressure and that bit more spotlight throughout that week?
Yeah, Nick, I don't think there'll be any issue, to be honest. I think he'll be fine.
Probably Dylan Hatham continues to rise his performance against them.
Yeah, I said there was differing performances from us tonight, which ended up in the game that we had. and Dylan was up there, you know, or either with Jenko or past Jenko on the performance stakes. That was a huge performance from him. He was outstanding. I think just the way that he went about the game, I think everyone knew that he was a chance of playing, and then he had to go and prove that today, and that shows some class and handling of pressure, I thought. I thought it was really nice, even guys that are in the Origin, to come out and say that they think he'll be there. It gives confidence, shows good spirit in that funny state up north, you know, so, yeah, well.
It's a good state.
Nate Miles joked that Dylan ran over him a few times, so you know, obviously he endorses him. He gets the shoulders.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he takes on those contests, so he knew that he was hopefully going to go into camp with Nate, and so he ran at him. He likes to earn respect, and I don't know that, but we know Dylan well enough. That's the way that he would play, and that's what he did. So he went out there and he wanted to take on the Queenslander and go and earn some respect. So yeah, it's a good player.
That's the sort of mentality that Dave Clemmer.
Definitely.
Origin, and they're going to have to combat and get through.
Yeah, I think a guy of that size, really a big fan of Josh Maguire. I think he's a great player, but he's a 100-kilo forward that does things that are below his weight sometimes. But there's some big boys in that New South Wales team, and they know what they're doing. But he's a 115-kilo big guy that carries well and takes them on in defence as well. So let's hope he gets in. Thanks.
Thank you.